Giannis, take it.
The Timberwolves clearly know how to dress. Getting off the bus earlier on, hoping to secure a win away from home. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The famous We Love Houston sign just off Interstate 10. We're coming to you from the Toyota Center in the biggest city in the Lone Star State. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche La NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. Hey, Dave.
Well, if you ask Karl Anthony Towns, his greatest strength is his versatility. He said, "My dad taught it to me at a young age, and it's made my transition at every step of my career comfortable, having the fundamentals and foundation. I don't limit myself. I try to be great at all skills." Kevin?
Yeah, terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. And here's a look at some numbers for Beasley.
And their analytics department won't be happy with the dip in his effective field goal percentage this month. He's not taking the smart shots he was earlier in the season, maybe trying to do a little bit too much.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. They've got Towns. Beasley is out there with Russell. Then there's Edwards. And it's Reed in at the four-man position. And for Houston, Griffin is out there with Gordon. And it's ABC. Then it's Gary Harris. And it's Wood in at the center position. These two teams using their size to full advantage, Doris. Both teams able to run possessions through their big men up front.
And as you know, Kevin, in today's NBA, not every team has the personnel to enter the ball into the post and run action off of it. One of the things coaches will tell me, Kev, is there may be no more valuable thing at any level of basketball than a big man who's a triple threat, a guy with size who can pass, put it on the deck, or score himself.
On the wing, Gordon over Edwards. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Now, here is Russell. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. And here is Harris. Out to the right wing. Here's Wood. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
To the inside. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Russell.
Well, the body control of Karl Anthony Towns, just a terrific job to take the hit.
Pass to Harris. And another three for Houston.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Towns kicks to Russell. And the layup is good.
Boy, the speed of Russell can take you aback. This guy's so good at using it to take the defense apart on the drive.
Near the three-point line, it's Gordon. Reed with the rebound.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Right side, Griffin. Lots of room. The shot off that time. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
I thought, Greg, they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
And Towns, a player who took a little bit of time adjusting from the college game at Kentucky to the NBA game, especially, Doris, on the defensive end.
I do think you have to appreciate over the last several seasons Karl Anthony Towns' commitment to becoming a better defender. Listen, he has the length to not only block shots, but to alter shots, and you just want him to have consistent effort on that end.
Here's Beasley following the score by Houston. 6 to shoot. Reed misses. From outside the arc, a rebound by the Timberwolves. Outside, Russell. pass to Reed. They get a hand on it. And it's the Rockets on the break. Here's Wood, and that's off the glass and in. Wood's got 5 now.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And you know this, Greg. He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. The Rockets, number 1.
You know, it's not just the turnovers they're forcing. I mean, they're converting at the other end, and you know what? It puts a lot of pressure on you to play perfect.
Here's Culver. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Okogie for 3. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist.
Boy, that's the vision and ability to deliver precise passes. Rubio completely on point.
There's the pass to Gordon. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
You know, one dilemma that jumps out at me with the Timberwolves, over the years, they have been an excellent offensive rebounding team. It's the other end, the defensive backboards, where they have had some problems.
Drops in the tray. Timberwolves trail by 4. Pass to Culver. Towns, no luck.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
And Doris, you're right. Over the last 5 seasons, the Timberwolves have been the absolute worst defensive rebounding team in the NBA.
And it's hard to understand, Kevin, because they have created second chance opportunities for themselves only to give it back on the other end. That's the kind of thing that can be demoralizing for your defense. You get a stop, but you don't finish the possession with a rebound. That can wear you out physically and mentally. Boy, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Trying his luck from deep. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The game now all time.
Tell you, unwilling to settle for something on the perimeter. Rubio sticks his nose inside.
Rockets have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Green dishes to Gordon. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Gordon's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lets it go from 14. Another miss by Towns. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. Pass to Tate. Back to Gordon. No good off the back of the rim.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Here's Okogie. Goes up again. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
Yeah, that's a tough call there with the naked eye. Fortunately, the league's replay center able to slow it down, zoom in, and check all the angles.
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yeah, still better safe than sorry. I think they did the right thing to take another look at it. And if it's so close that you can't tell by the naked eye, might as well go to the slow-mo.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Rockets lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. One of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Karl Anthony Towns, knows it's important to keep his teammates involved.
You everyone has to get some of the sugar, so making sure you're not just being a ball hog. So I'm just always trying to make sure that I'm taking wide open shots that I think everyone on the team would love for me to take if I have the opportunity, but also at the end of the day, making sure everyone gets a chance to be in the candy shop.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Houston. Gordon out there with prime time. And it's Jermichael Green, and it's House in at the 3 spot. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. He's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, "It's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling." And Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you. There is no doubt that Karl Anthony Towns is the star of his team right now and in the future.
I think, Kevin, for all the drama and all the turnover we have seen, the one constant has been Karl Anthony Towns' productivity. The question now for the team is, how do they build a title contender around him?
Outside, House gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
To the middle. Here's Towns. The Rockets pull it in.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And Bates Diop gets it to go.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And it's Towns missing. Rockets leading by 6. Unloads, and it's Houston with another.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Towns has got 4 this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Doris, who are some of your favorite players to interact with, interview, and question as you go through the season?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many guys. I think, certain people really give a lot of thought to their answers. So a Kyrie Irving, he wants to explain what he's thinking. He's willing to share and take a moment and consider the question. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, all of these guys, when I ask a question, Kev, they'll pause for a moment, consider the question, and then respond. And for somebody who's got to interview, there's nothing greater than having those guys willing to take some time with me.
Doris, and you always get great answers from them, too. So there's a great rapport there, I can see. And it's good for 2. Beasley's got his second bucket of the night.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Passes it to Bates Diop. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Right block shot. Here's Beasley, and Griffin sends it back. Here's Bates Diop. Edwards defending. And Bates Diop gets it to go.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut back down to 7. The bucket there from Towns. Houston's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Hampton passes to Bates Diop. Here's Griffin. And the rejection by Towns.
A terrific effort by Towns. Sticks with the play and sends it back.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Nailed from three-point land.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Here's Beasley. Goes back up, and it's denied. Griffin against Towns. It's good. And now it's a 12-point Houston lead.
And how about Griffin continuing to own the paint? A fantastic power forward with good touch from there.
And the foul called on ABC. That is his first foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Okogie's checked in. There's 1:40 left to play here in the half. Count it. Okogie's got 5 now.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
From deep three-point range, rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
1:20 left in the second quarter. Okogie, it's deflected, and he gets it back. And he gets it to go. Okogie's got it back down to single digits for Minnesota.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Timberwolves have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting. That one goes. Count it. Russell's got his second basket of the game.
Any point guard in the NBA, particularly one who is not a huge-sized guy, has got to have the floater in his disposal. Go ahead, D'Angelo.
Count it. Good. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Knocked loose and stolen by Harris. And laid in to finish the break. And it's a 10-point Rocket lead.
An agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Edwards. They grab their own miss. And the shot goes in. 14 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Here's Hampton. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Rockets lead by 11. Russell with it. From deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Houston holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We'll return shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. The second quarter was full of highlights for them, and as their play improved, so did their lead. They'll be carrying an 11-point edge into the second half. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
You got to like their offense efficiency. They were patient, took good shots. That was reflected in their high field goal percentage. They just need to keep playing smart in the second half and close this thing out. Don't get cute now.
Kenny, let's get your input on the Timberwolves.
I felt they had a lack of intensity defensively. They gave up way too many threes. I mean, somebody needs to pull out the fire because this fire is out of control, and it certainly wasn't because of their defense.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.